next, it's the Patriots and the Colts. New England leads the series 52-29, having won the last 8 meetings. Can Indy snap the losing streak? We'll find out on EA Sports.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Patriots. They've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Indianapolis. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by their third-year quarterback, former 6th overall selection from Duke. It's Daniel Jones.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Here's the option going left on second down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing Jones. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now Jones. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And this is blocked. The Pats bring heat and they get home. Inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So the very rare blocked punt scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Green to bring it back. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Henderson. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
What we hear so often, how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback. 3rd season now out of Oklahoma, the former #1 overall pick, of course, Kyler Murray.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if there's anything special in store for him today.
That penalty against DJ Fluker, the behemoth out of Alabama. A give. This is Montgomery. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. From the gun, Murray. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. The 40. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine. Ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Green to bring it back. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, and I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
To throw on third down, Jones. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for Indy. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been fourth down.
Exactly.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff, Henderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Murray now to throw. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Murray. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Now Murray. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. The big fella, 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis. two-point conversion away from tying this football game. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and this is now a one-point game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it out in order to try and get the upset win.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Shakes off the sack. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Montgomery. A great move by Montgomery. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. And remember, he had his first punt blocked. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Murray now. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Murray fighting, lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Jones. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown! Rob Gronkowski for the 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. A drive there in just 4 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. First down, Murray. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Murray. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Murray now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. So that'll back him up 5. Following the penalty, Montgomery. Space to run past the 20. All the way in. Touchdown, New England. David Montgomery, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Green to bring it back. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the carry is Henderson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they're able to get this one across the 35. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. A big play there for Andy. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2nd down and goal. Jones. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And now another one thrown incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals. They're 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 29, Murray. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Murray now on first down. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now Murray again. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Throwing now is Murray. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats for New England in that first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Colts, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much.
He's got a man, complete. lead. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for New England. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Throwing on first down is Murray. Looking for the end zone. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw is Murray. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side said, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Gaskin. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Here's Henderson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Sheldon Rankins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Jordan Berry now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get a 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. Throw. And that will be incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for New England. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. Three 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing Jones. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, Henderson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Henderson. Fighting through. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. First down and much more here for Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Patriots have it. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Third and 2, and here's Murray. Complete to Jones. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one going against the guard, Andrew Norwell. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Now Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
On play action, it's Murray. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Murray now to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. Throws it away, and now it's third. From the gun on third. Jones. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
On 2nd down, back to Henderson.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Colts.
Scotty Miller.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Patriots ready to get the football back. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. Working with a 2nd and 4. Now Murray on play action. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Murray, and his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Shotgun now from Murray. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And he finds Gronk. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Oh, now Miller's slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 27, Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken it around the 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Balaj. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
1st down, Murray. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. About 3 yards there to the 27. New England on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Balaj. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Murray now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving him another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this one is incomplete. Let's go, baby. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll run on 1st down. Montgomery. Neville Hewitt on the stop. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Again, it's Balaj. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run forward with Montgomery, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. David Montgomery with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Pats are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Green to bring it back. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Down to a knee goes Murray as that will just about wrap this thing up. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New England, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's now 14 games without a win with time running out to try and get one. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.